Hello guys, so let's see how we can start with Tailwind CSS. So for doing that, what we have to do, we have to follow these processes like installation process. So firstly, we have to redirect to this URL. So I already did that. After redirecting to that URL, what we have to do, we can go with anyone. Like we are having a Tailwind CLI installation, then using post CSS, then framework guide. So we can see that if I need Tailwind CSS in my Next.js or in my React project, so we can follow that step by seeing that. Okay, so firstly, we are going with Tailwind CLI. So what we have to do, we have to install Tailwind CSS. So let's do that. After installing, we have to initialize it. So let's do that also. After initializing, we will see a file that is tailwind.config.js. So we can see here. Then let's paste this code inside that file. After that, we have to create one folder as src folder. Inside that folder, we have to create one file, input.css. After creating that file, what we have to do, we have to paste this code inside that file. Then we have to run our Tailwind CLI build process. So we have to run this command in our terminal. So let's do that. It's running. Then we have to again create one index.html file inside this folder. So let's create index.html. After doing, we have to paste this code inside that file. After pasting, let's open this with live server. Okay, so here we can see hello world is visible. So this is the installation process, that how we can start with Tailwind. So let's add some Tailwind CSS classes like bg red 500. So we will see the background color is 5. Background color is red and its opacity would be 500. So see here, we are having, if I want to see this recommendation, like if I'm writing some Tailwind CSS, so how we can get to know and how we will get that recommendation. So for seeing that recommendation, what we have to do, we have to install this one. So let's do that. I think I already installed that package. So you can also go with that package. Like if you will search, you can see that package here, Tailwind CSS IntelliSense. So you can install that. After installing, then if we don't want to install Tailwind CSS and if you want to see its functionality, like how it's working, so we can play with Tailwind by visiting this link. So we can write any Tailwind here, any classes, and we can see its changes directly, like bg red 500, then width would be, then height, let's give some height. So we can see here the changes. So we don't have to install Tailwind. If we want to see that how Tailwind is going on and how its changes are visible, so we can go with this play.tailwindcss.com. Yeah, so let's see some of the, like how the classes, how the color and how the Tailwind class is really going on. So see, firstly, we have the BG, then the color name, then the shade. So we are having black and red, oh sorry, black and white. So inside that, we don't have shade. Like if I'm writing like this, BG black. Okay, and if I'm putting some opacity like 500 or 600, so this is not useful. Like if we are having color black and red, so we don't have to mention its opacity. Just we have to write like this, BG black or BG white. Okay, and all these colors except black and white, all these colors are having opacity, like its opacity move from 100 to 900. Okay, so if I'm not putting any opacity in red color, so we can't see the color that is red and its opacity. So if we are not writing any opacity, so there would not be any opacity and there would not be any color for that particular class. So this is about Tailwind and how we can get started with it. Thank you. I hope you understand.